Check, check, check. Mic check. 1 2 1 2. Yeah.
Check mic one.
Are you testing your own mic?
Check mic two.
What's going on, everybody, here at X Bomb Sports? I hope you all are having a wonderful Wednesday. I know we're throwing you off. We usually do a Friday. I hope you're all having a great time. My name is Andrew Valentin, and we are coming to you live here from the Illinois Media School here in the O'Hare campus. Again, I hope you're all having a fantastic day. And unfortunately, no David with me. Nick is at work, and Scotty's doing something, probably being prejudiced or whatever it is, or something. I want preference. I want preference. He is not. He is not. He is a good kid. We love him. We just tease him a lot about that stuff. But ladies and gentlemen, with me as always, I've got a wonderful group with us. As always, I've got my wonderful boom crew in the back there. I've got Bjorn, I've got Julius, and I've got Antonia, and we are ready. We are rocking and rolling. I hope you guys are doing fine back there. Um, we've got some quick sports stuff we're going to get to. We're going to get through this really fast, and then we are obviously going to kind of do what we did last week, where we're going to have a conversation basically about what's going on in the sports world as a whole, or outside of that. We're going to talk a little bit more kind of openly, answer some of your questions. So. Obviously, if you want to follow us anymore, you guys can find us on Facebook at facebook.com/xbombsports. We're also at twitch.tv/xbombsports. And, of course, we are also streaming as well at youtube.com/xbombsports. So if you want to be a part of the Boom Crew in any way, shape, or form, make sure to go follow us on any of that. Give us some likes. Give us some loves. Make sure to check us out, guys. We would really appreciate all the follows, all the likes, all the loves, everything we possibly can to make this thing better and better. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, also, as well, make sure to follow us on Instagram and Twitter at XBombSports 2. We would love to get your follows as well. Again, any questions or comments, things like that, also are appreciated, as well as on xbsportsofficial at gmail.com too for the email stuff, which, again, we're going to be getting into your questions and your comments, so if you have any of those, again, it's at XBombSports on social media and at xbsportsofficial at gmail.com for the email. My crew, are you guys ready to get into this?
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Happy holidays, everybody.
Absolutely. Happy, and I hope everybody had a wonderful Christmas. I hope everybody had a great Christmas. I definitely wish mine would have gone a little bit better. But you know what? It's not about that. It's about the opportunity to give, to love, to show everybody, passion and emotion, be with family members, all that good stuff. So, without further ado, let's get into this, folks. And the first part we're going to get into here, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk real quick on sports, like I said. College football, New Year's Six bowl game picks are here. We're going to go through these 9 games that are coming up here, and we're going to pick these games. Scotty's not here, but he gave him his pick, so let's just see how wrong he actually is. So let's do this, ladies and gentlemen. All right, kicking this one off first, we are going to start with number 22, Clemson at University of Kentucky, or versus University of Kentucky. The spread right now is Clemson at -4. The over-under is at 45.5. My man Scotty, of course, he brought in his picks. He is picking Clemson to win this one, and I'm going to agree with him on that as well. I'm going to say Clemson too. I would definitely say that the Tigers have certainly proven themselves to be a much better team that we've seen in the past. I like the way that they've been able to play. I like the talent that they have. Cade Klubnik, I think, certainly is a very talented quarterback. I don't know if he's going to be a guy that, eventually does make it, but we'll see. He certainly seems to have the ability to be that top quarterback potentially. So I agree with Scotty. I think it's going to be Clemson. I mean, look, and nothing against Kentucky, but they've been pretty good as of late. But they're missing pieces now, and there's guys that have been injured. And it's really going to come down to, whether or not we see if this team can actually compete with one of the big dogs in college football, right? I mean, that's a concerning issue we seem to have right now is some of these smaller schools are trying to go up against the big teams and they think they have a shot. And obviously, Clemson's coached really well. They've got really good team. They've got really good players. So I'm picking Clemson on this. I'm going to say it's Clemson probably by double digits on this one. And I think it can definitely hit the over just on Clemson by itself. I'm nothing against Kentucky. I just like Clemson a lot more than those Wildcats. So, all right, next we've got number 19, Oregon State. They are taking on number 16, Notre Dame. Now, Scotty claims he's a Notre Dame fan, and he's picking Notre Dame. I think he might be wrong on that one, but we'll see. I mean, listen, Notre Dame has been a decently okay team this year. They've had a lot of setbacks. I believe Sam Hartman, their quarterback, is playing in this game. So if that is the case, then we are going to see a pretty good matchup, I think. I mean, Oregon State's no shove over either. Like, they still have a very full team. A lot of their guys are playing. They want something to prove. They want to be able to play at their best. So I think there's a chance where Oregon State can come into this and upset, right? They lost their coach. They're now going in with a brand new look. They're going to have a brand new feel to themselves. Both their quarterbacks are gone. So now you got a new kid stepping into the plate to see if he can make it happen. But, yeah, I'm going to go with Oregon State. I think they come in for the upset. I would say it's Oregon State coming in by a 3-point difference, hitting a field goal to win the game. I will say I think it hits the 41.5. That's a very small under. I'm going to say I think that hits the over. I think it could hit the over potentially. These teams could be good enough to be able to do it. All right, let's move on to the next one. I told you we're going to go through these really quick because I want to get to some of these questions for the fine folks in the back as well. We got number 9, Missouri, taking on number 7, the Ohio State. Obviously, Ohio State, they are loaded with talent, right? They've got maybe the best player in college football, Marvin Harrison Jr. They're going to have a new quarterback in this game, though. It sounds like it might be Devin Brown, so we'll see how he does. This defense is packed with talent. This offense has been at its best. Even without Marvin Harrison Jr. at times, it still looked very good. But Missouri's no look over either, right? Brady Cook's been really good for the year. He's been one of the better quarterbacks, not just in the SEC, but in the country. They have maybe one of the better wide receivers in the country as well. A local kid from East St. Louis. Shout out to him. Appreciate you, man, for at least entertaining me to give you a highlight video of what we could have done. But I don't know if I could give Missouri the 1-point favorite. I think he still has to go to Ohio State. That's incredible that Missouri's getting it. Now, if Marvin Harrison Jr. doesn't play, this could be a completely different type of game. So I'm going to say it's Ohio State, but I'm going to say Ohio State maybe only by like 4 points on this one. And a 49.5 over-under, I'm going to say this probably could hit the over because both teams can't score. Both teams have that ability. So I think this is going to be a fun game. I'm interested to see how this one plays out just because it's the aspect of Marvin Harrison Jr. What is Missouri going to bring to the table? Are they back? This is going to be a fun one. So I'm going to say Ohio State by 4. I'm going to say it hits the over. I'm really excited for that game for sure. All right, next, we've got the boys down in Oxford, the Ole Miss Rebels. They're taking on the number 10 Penn State Nittany Lions. Or, excuse me, sorry. I forgot to reverse those. That's my bad. That's my fault. I didn't put in the images. That's on me. I know. I'm human too, folks. Stop yelling at me. It always happens. So you've got Ole Miss taking on Penn State. Obviously, David was supposed to be here to have his own stake in this as well. Scotty, however, is going to make his pick, and Scotty, by the way, picked Missouri too. So I'm also he's picking Penn State. Yeah, I'm gonna pick Penn State as well. I'm gonna pick Penn State as well. It's nothing against Ole Miss. It's just Penn State's a better team. They feel like the better unit. They're favored by 3.5 points. I like that. I mean, Ole Miss has done really good in the transfer portal this offseason. They looked really good. I mean, they've looked really good at times. They've beaten some of the better teams. They possibly had a chance to be in the national championship maybe this year, but ultimately, I gotta ride with the Nittany Lions. I gotta ride with my boy David because if he doesn't, he's gonna beat me up, and I don't want Dad to beat me up. So I'm gonna ride with Penn State on this, and I think it could hit the over. These are two really talented teams. So for the sake of David not being here, I'm gonna rep Penn State for him. I'm gonna give it to the Nittany Lions. All right, next. This could be the interesting matchup. We've got number 6, University of Georgia, taking on number 5, Florida State. This game right now is being picked as a blowout. Georgia's favored 17.5 points. The over-under is at 44.5. I mean, Scotty's picking Georgia, and I'm right there with him. Georgia's the better team. No Jordan Travis for this Florida State team in this game. He's done for the year. Rodemaker, their backup, is now going into the transfer portal, so he can't even play. So I'm gonna give this right now to Georgia. I'm gonna say 17.5 doesn't even do it. I'm gonna say by like 24. I'm gonna say this is a blowout kind of game. This team is really good. This team is really talented. They're starting a third-string quarterback who I've never heard of this kid. Never heard of his kid. Don't know who he is. So I'm gonna say Georgia for sure. I love to give it to Florida State, but there's just too much stuff going on right now for them. There's just too much going on for them. I think they're a little too upset. They think they're gonna come in. They're gonna do some damage on Georgia. Watch what happens because they've lost a lot of their players so far because you enter the draft, you go to the transfer portal, you can't play in this game. So Florida State has to find a way to be able to step up. But I'm taking Georgia. They blow this out 24. I think they hit the over just on their own. All right, next, we go to the best game. Wisconsin taking on number 13 LSU Tigers, where my guy, Heisman Trophy winner Jaden Daniels, is going to light up Wisconsin. I'm going to tell you right now. He's going to light up Wisconsin because he is the best quarterback in college football with the best offense. And he's got the second best wide receiver, Malik Neighbors, playing. Maybe one of the best wide receivers in college football, Brian Thomas Jr., is going to be playing as well. Full throttle, full go. LSU favored by 10. No, LSU favored by 20 in this one, folks. Easily favored by 20. Over-unders at 55.5. I mean, that's doable. You can hit the over on that. I would hit the over on that as well. Look, nothing against Wisconsin, but they're a new team, a young team. They're still trying to find their ground, still trying to find their footing. They've been on and off. It's a new head coach in Luke Fickell, who came from Cincinnati. You don't know exactly how this is going to play out because you're in a bowl game, yes, but you're taking on a team that's going to throw it at least 40, 50 times in this game. And I don't know if Wisconsin has the players to be able to hang with this LSU team. They're too fast. They're too physical. I think they're just too good. Now, obviously, Wisconsin could put up some points as well because LSU's defense has been terrible. But I'm going to ride with my boys at LSU. I'm going to ride with my quarterback, Jaden Daniels. I'm going to say LSU by 20. I think they hit the over on this easily. All right, next game we got. Number 17, Iowa, taking on number 21, Tennessee. Both of these teams have been disappointing in the nicest way possible. Iowa has not scored more than 20 points a game, or no, more than 25 points a game. Their defense has been outstanding, but their offense has been completely trash. Tennessee, meanwhile, they had high expectations on the year, but they're starting to realize that Joe Milton's not Hendon Hooker. So I understand where Tennessee's getting favored by a touchdown and a half. I understand that the over-under is small because these teams could easily find themselves in a defensive fight. Where I stand right now with this game, as far as I'm concerned, I think it would have to go to Tennessee. I'm going to say let's go with Tennessee on this one. I mean, and it's just because Iowa just feels dreadful. I mean, has anybody ever been to Iowa? There's nothing there. There's nothing. I've been to Iowa City many times. It's nothing. It's just random people walking around just being like, how the hell did we get here? That's all that is. That's all that's going on there. So, I mean, I like Knoxville a lot. I like the Tennessee Volunteers. I think they have at least far more weapons than what Iowa has. I think they're going to be, although I got to respect Iowa. They're starting a big man at quarterback, and you got to respect the big man who can throw the football at quarterback. So I would like to give it to Iowa, but I'll give it to Tennessee on a touchdown. 36 and a half, man. Let's go with the over. Let's go with the over on this. Let's go with the over because, God, Iowa's just terrible. They're just a terrible, terrible team. All right. And here are the final games, folks. This is it. Number 4, Alabama. Number 1, Michigan. This is for the chance to go to the national championship. Michigan is right now favored by 2 points. The over-under is at 44.5. Bama has maybe the most explosive player in college football in Jalen Milroe. This kid's outstanding. I'm an LSU fan, but I got to say, this kid can play. Okay? Michigan, though, has maybe the best defense in college football. And this is where the matchup gets interesting because you have a quarterback who can run, who can throw. I mean, this is Lamar Jackson, but if he was, like, buff. Like, that's what this dude is. Like, that's how good this guy is. Jalen Milroe is a guy that can possibly win the Heisman next year. But Michigan has their own quarterback in J.J. McCarthy, another local kid that can throw the football. I like these teams. I really like them, but if I got to pick one, I'm going to go with Michigan on this. I think Bama's struggled a little bit. I think Michigan's bound a way to be able to have a little bit easier time. I'll say Michigan. I'll say Michigan by, let's give them a field goal. Michigan by a field goal. And then we'll say the over. I'm going to say it hits the under on this one. We'll say it hits the under. And then finally, folks, last game. Number 3, Texas. Number 2, Washington. The Texas Longhorns favored by 4.5. The over-under is at 63.5 for this one. I'm gonna say the Longhorns. I'm gonna say the Texas Longhorns. I'm gonna say by 6 on this one. Texas Longhorns by 6. I'm gonna say I like them over Washington. Washington's got a great quarterback, yeah. They got a great passing offense. Their defense has been a lot better lately. But I like Texas as a whole team. I think they're really good. I think they have the coaching. I think they have the quarterback. I think they have the offense. I think they have the defense. And they're Texas. They always find a way. They always manage to find that magic. So I'll say Texas by 6. I'll say it hits the over, though. This could be a shootout. This could be a fun game. And then you got Michigan, Texas in the national championship, and I'll talk about that next week. Because we got more time, folks. We got more time. Or, excuse me, I'll talk about that next year. Because now I get to make that stupid joke that we make every damn year. I hate it. Screw you, Tom. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for the Pick 6. I know that was quick. I apologize, but we got some fun question stuff we're going to get to. We're going to go to a quick commercial break. When we do come back, we'll be answering your questions right here on the X-Bomb Sports Live Show.
The Chicagoland area has a large number of lonely dogs currently filling shelter pens, just waiting to find a family. Nothing adds warmth to a home like a wagging tail and a warm pair of brown eyes. If you are considering adding a dog to your household, visit the Anderson Animal Shelter, where adoption counselors can assist you in selecting your new best friend. Make your house a home. Adopt a shelter dog. To see a current list of adoptees, visit their website at www.andersonanimalshelter.org or meet them in person at 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin. Don't have room in the home for a new furry family member? Donations of toys, collars, and soft or hard non-perishable dog food are always accepted and are greatly appreciated. All animals are spayed or neutered and are waiting with tails wagging to find a loving home. Visit 1000 South LaFox Street in South Elgin or www.andersonanimalshelter.org for more details.
Hey, watch your mouth. Why? I'll just put a quarter in the swear jar. Once it's filled, we get a Coors party after work. I've been drinking Coors since my college days. The cold draft taste is second to none. Yeah, worth the recorder, am I right? You know it, mother.
Hey, you get those reports done?
Yeah. No. You, sir. Attention, employees.
The staff meeting, scheduled for this evening, will now be held tomorrow early as
Who's all? Dudes, we're only 75 cents short. Oh, shh. Boss. Hey, sir, go yourself. You're fired!
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Andrew Allison. We just got done talking about college football here. I hope y'all enjoyed that one. Sorry about that. We're just talking about people doing drugs and stuff in here, so apologies to that, ladies and gentlemen. Say no to drugs, everybody, please. Unless you, I mean, it's up to you. You're on your own person, so I cannot force you to do anything you don't want to. So, but. I thought I'd get the Boom Crew here involved with us because we got some fan questions, so I figured we would answer a few of these. These are general questions. They're not sports questions, so Antonio, do not yell at me. Thank you. They're just general sports questions that we've gotten from a lot of fans along the way. So if you guys want to ask any questions at all at any time, please make sure to hit us up at xbsportsofficial@gmail.com at our email. We would love to get your questions, any of your comments, things like that, guys. We really appreciate it. We always appreciate you guys asking questions, sports, non-sports. It's a lot of fun when you guys are able to ask us stuff all the time. So without further ado, are you guys in the back ready to do this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's start off with a simple one. Let's start off with a little bit of a simple one. This comes from Ryan. Ryan is from here in Illinois. Ryan is asking us, he said, I know you guys talk about sports, love the show. I just wanted to know from your guys' perspective, since you talk about movies a lot, what is your top 3 favorite movies of all time? What's the worst movie, what's the movie that you hate the most or dislike the most? Because I don't like using the word hate, but I'll use hate for movies for sure. And what's one movie that you think people would be surprised to know that you like? So, top 3 movies, most disliked, hated movie, and then movie that would surprise most people that you like. Does anybody want to start off? I can start off if you want, but it's up to you guys. Does anybody want to start off?
I'll go first.
Okay.
I think for me, top 3 movies would be Sin City.
Okay.
What else? I'm having a blank read. Don't do that. I'm gonna come back to the other favorites. Actually, no, I got it. Second one is Never Back Down. I know it's cheesy, but
the MMA one?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a favorite.
Okay. Respect.
And then I'd say my least favorite movie, worst movie of all time, absolute garbage. It's called Priest. It's that vampire movie.
Oh, yes.
They killed
I know
one
what you're talking about.
vampire
Yes.
throughout the entire film.
You like that movie?
No, I said that's the trash.
Oh, okay.
That's
Your trash movie. That's your trash movie. Okay.
It's
My bad.
garbage.
Yeah, no, I was gonna be like, yeah, that is terrible. But if you like it, I'm not gonna dog you for that. But I'm just saying, like, okay, like you do you. But I'm gonna be like, that movie's terrible.
It is.
It is bad. Oh wow. Well, what's one that surprised you? Got one that would surprise people for you? Like,
actually, what is it? Phantom of the Opera. I love Phantom of the Opera.
okay, all right. Which Phantom of the Opera? The old school one or?
I'd say the one with Gerard Butler. I actually like the one a lot.
Okay, all right. That is a good one still too. So, absolutely. All right. Bjorn, you got any?
I got a few.
Okay.
They're all on Pornhub, but
Wow. Why are we taking it?
we're every Friday, fellas. Nah, but one of my favorite all-time movies is The Usual Suspects.
Okay.
One of my favorites.
Great
One of my top 3. What else would be in my top 3? Man on Fire with Denzel.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's
a great
crazy
movie.
in that movie.
Absolutely.
Crazy in that movie. And I know y'all probably know. I'm probably too old for most of y'all to even remember this, but it's called The Never Ending Story.
Oh, yeah.
I know The Origin story,
Y'all remember
absolutely.
that? One
Yeah.
of my favorite movies. I could watch that every day.
Absolutely.
You ain't too old.
Worst movie I've ever watched?
Or that you dislike, or like gets
Okay,
you upset,
well,
or
yeah.
anything like that.
It would have to be. I have to come back to that. 'Cause
Okay.
It's too many.
There's a lot of movies out there I know that
Thanks.
people may not like. May
A
not
lot
like.
of movies.
Any movie that would surprise people that you like, or anything like that?
I'm waiting.
I'm a Notebook fan, man.
Oh.
Okay.
You
Okay.
know,
There's nothing wrong with that.
you a thug with a sensitive side.
It's all good. Antonio, what about you? You got anything?
My top 3, I like Edward Scissorhands.
Edward Scissorhands, okay.
I'm like panicking. I like Now You See Me too.
Now You See Me
Yeah,
Too?
that was in the
Magic.
Bay Heist movie.
Okay.
The Magic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would have a third one.
If you want, I mean, these aren't necessarily set rules, so.
Yeah.
One that I don't like is, I'm so sorry, like a Quentin Tarantino movie. The last one he just made that came out.
Which one was that one?
It's like on Hollywood.
Oh, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
Yeah, I did not like
I'm right there with you. That
So
movie, that movie is just. It looks nice, but it's like it's a garbage script.
I thought people were saying that they liked it.
There were people that were because it's a Hollywooded version of Hollywood. Like that's what Tarantino like tries to do because he's like, oh, let's put Bruce Lee in it, and let's put Charles Manson in it, and all that. Like he shoved in a bunch of stuff that didn't need to be in that movie. Really. Is there any movie, Antonio, for you that would surprise people that you like?
I like 8 Mile.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
B Rabbit.
I
can
know my
see you
sweater
at
on.
home.
I love that.
Just grab
That is
it.
great.
He's nervous.
Well, you know what? That's your next music video idea then. You doing the 8 Mile.
That'd be
music
horrible.
video.
Yeah,
No, that would be, are you
would.
kidding me? That'd be
I
great.
can't rap.
Did she just?
I could imagine.
She didn't
her
just say
rapping.
that.
It'd be hilarious.
She didn't say that.
I can't rap though.
You know
You
the
lip
song.
syncing.
I do. Just be in the background. What about you, Andrew?
Well, for me, my favorite movie of all time is Jurassic Park. My second favorite movie of all time would be The Godfather. And then my third favorite movie, and you guys may not know this, but it's definitely one of my favorite. It's a comedy film, and it's a film called Blazing Saddles.
Oh man, classic.
Yeah, so
Classic. It's like pre-Lampoon.
yeah, it's Mel Brooks.
Right before they really kicked off. the
Yeah,
Lampoon.
Mel Brooks at his finest. If you don't know Mel Brooks, he is maybe the greatest comedy filmmaker of all time. Young Frankenstein, Robin Hood Men in Tights.
Oh, okay.
He's done Dracula
I love
with
Robin
Leslie
Hood Men in
Nielsen.
Tights.
He's done a lot of like those comedy kind of movies. Blazing Saddles you couldn't do that movie in this time.
No way.
By no means. Be sure knows why.
He
There's-
canceled so fast.
yeah, there's so much. What's up, Antonio?
I thought of one.
You did? What do you got?
Blades of Glory.
Blades
Oh
of-
Yeah.
my God.
That is a good movie. That is a
Adam
good
like-
movie.
Sandler,
It's
not
probably
Adam
my third
Sandler.
one.
Will Ferrell and I forgot the guy that does Napoleon Dynamite.
What's the one with Blue Steel?
Oh, Zoolander, boy.
Zoolander.
Worst movie ever.
You said
You
worse.
don't like Zoolander?
Horrible.
Come
I
on,
love
bruh.
Zoolander.
It was so
I-
corny. It was
I mean,
horrible.
when he-
Zoolander's good. Zoolander 2 is not good.
Oh,
I
no,
think
that
that
was
might
trash.
be it.
Yeah.
I think that might be it. It might be two.
Yeah, 2 was horrible.
My,
sorry.
my worst movie. I mean, I would have picked Five Nights at Freddy's because that was garbage.
Yeah,
but that was bad. That was
Nah,
bad that
Prince
we
is
saw
the
that.
worst.
Dumpster juice.
I'm gonna shock a lot of people with it because I it's just me. Don't bite my head off, folks. I don't like Avatar.
Avatar.
You
Watch
talking
Avatar.
The James Cameron?
The James Cameron one, Avatar.
Ah.
I don't like that one. And it's just because listen, it looks beautiful, right? The graphics, all that looks great. But I've heard that story so many times, and the acting is terrible, and the writing in there is awful. Like, I'm sorry, what's his name? The dude that plays in the wheelchair, whatever it is. He can't act his way out of a box. He can't. He can't. Have you ever seen him in Terminator Genesis? He can't act. And he's supposed to be a robot in that, and he can't act like a robot. It's terrible. He is a bad actor. I mean, seriously. And I'm sorry, the stuff you're going after, the material, unobtainium, that's so lazy. That is lazy writing at its finest. I get it. It looks nice. It won a lot of awards. I'm not saying it doesn't look great, but that story is just, Pocahontas did it better. Fernan Gully did it better. Come on. I'm sorry. That doesn't, and I just tried to watch the second one. Couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. That's just, I'm out. I'm out on that. And the movie that would surprise people that I like, Gone Girl. I love Gone Girl. I Ben Affleck and I'm forgetting her name now. I like that movie because I like that murder mystery kind of stuff. Like I like Seven. I like that kind of stuff. Like when you've got like what is it, L.A. Confidential. Yeah, like I like that murder mystery kind of stuff. That Basic Instinct is another one.
Okay.
I like too. Like I like that kind of stuff. I like when there's a mystery to be solved and stuff. So. Yeah, I would say that, but yeah, those are.
Interrogate Sharon Stone any day.
Yes, absolutely. I will hand her a cigarette anytime she wants to be in the interrogation room with Newman in the building. So, all right, yeah. So thank you so much for the question, man. We appreciate it. The next one we've got here, this comes from our guy Frank. Frank is from Indiana. Frank is asking us. He said, he was asking us if we're planning on doing any traveling, but he then asked us also the question. He's like, what's one of the most interesting places that you have traveled to in your life right now, and where's a place that you would want to go, be it for sports or just for vacation or whatever the thing is? So anybody want to kick that one off?
Me?
Yeah, I went first last time.
Okay.
I've been to Italy. I went, I think, 2 years ago. That's probably my favorite place. Just like overall, just Italy in general.
Just the entire. Did you go all over the country, or you just went to like Rome? Or?
Yeah, just
Okay.
Rome and just different spots like on the weekends.
Okay. All right.
And I want to go to. Oh God. I want to go back to London. I really love London.
It is nice.
I just like their accents, I think, but
I-
or just everything. I just love it. Just the buildings and.
Yeah, their
I
accents
love
all
it.
really good, Mike. They do really good south.
That was a horrible
Here we
answer.
go.
That was the best I could do.
You did your best.
Listen, that's all I can sometimes. Okay, so Italy. I mean, I've seen, you've shown me the pictures of London and stuff, so
I love
I'm
London.
jealous. I'm jealous. She got to go see the set of Harry Potter and everything,
I did.
so I'm jealous of that because I'm a big Harry Potter fan too. So
Oh, why didn't I even say Harry Potter as a film?
yeah, I mean that would have been on there too for me. If you extend our list, I'm sure
Yeah.
there would have been a bunch of other movies on there too for sure. But yeah, anybody else got some?
I'd say for a place to go, I really want to go to either Bali or Japan.
Okay. Japan would be awesome.
Yes.
I really want to go to Japan too.
I'm just obsessed with their culture. I'm not gonna lie.
They would like
It's a
it.
beautiful country too. Like you see the pictures and everything. Like it's amazing.
Oh yeah, I really want to go during cherry blossom season.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. Bijan, what about you, man?
One of my favorite places to go would be islands, Bahamas, Hawaii.
Okay.
One of the places I would love to go would be probably like Kemet, along the Nile River. I like to take a journey along the Nile River and stop at all those ancient civilizations.
Okay. Nice. For me, my favorite trip, I got to go to Morocco.
Oh, that must have been awesome.
Yeah, I had a cousin. One of my cousins ended up paying for me to go to Morocco on a summer when I was in the middle of transitioning schools. I got kicked out, but we call it transitioning. But yeah, he's like, why don't we take a trip? And I was like, okay, where are we going? And I see where the plane's going. I'm like, oh, we can't do that. He's like, why not? I'm like, that's too expensive. He's like, I got you. So, and it was, I mean, it's a beautiful place. I highly recommend if anybody has a chance, go for sure. That was one of my favorite trips. I mean, the only other place I love to go to is Puerto Rico, but that's a cop out because I got family there. So, and I go there all the time. So, and if you got a chance to go there, folks, it is beautiful. It is a wonderful place. It is a nice island. You don't have to speak Spanish the whole time. There are people there that speak English. Please eat the fish. Don't eat all the beef all the time. Be very careful where you step your foot in. There are sharp things around at all points. Just letting you know. In a place I would like to travel, probably, man, that's tough. That is really tough. I think I'd probably say like France. I probably want to do France. Because, I mean, I'm big into, I'm just, the sights there, the beauty, all that stuff, I'm really into that. And I don't know, I feel like I'd want to experience that for sure. So I'd definitely be down for that. All right, well, thank you so much for that question, man. We appreciate it. Again, guys, if you want to ask us any more questions, it's at xbsportsofficial@gmail.com or at xbombsports on Twitter and on Instagram as well. We always love taking your questions and comments, things like that. All right, this one comes from Amanda. Amanda is asking us, she said, I have to watch your show all the time with my boyfriend or else we never spend time together. I'm sorry, Amanda. She's like, just joking. We do love your show. We do love what you guys do. But my question for you guys is, because we are about to celebrate our 4th year wedding anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Absolutely. But she's asking us, she's like, what's one of the best and worst dates, be it an anniversary, first date, something like that you have ever had? And she put in parentheses, Andrew, I know you have a ton, so please just pick one. Yeah, I know. I'm notoriously known for some of the worst bad dates, I think, in history, so, but I'll let the crew go first. Best and worst, if you want to, it's up to you. You don't have to. I don't want to put undue pressure on people, of course.
I think for me, the worst is I went and got boba. And they didn't go horrible.
Yeah.
But I think for me, it was just the ending. So, like, at the end, like, you know, I thought the date was, like, okay. Literally, the girl, like, instead of hugging me, she literally dapped me up. I was like, dang.
Wait, so she came in and she was just like, yeah. I was like,
but yeah, like, yeah, good. I was like, you know what?
you weren't ready for that.
No,
it's that kind of thing where you go in for like a fist bump and the other person goes in for like a handshake and you kind of just
Bro, one of those situations for sure. That's tough.
Oh man.
It's okay. It's tough, you know.
Oh yeah.
Take L's.
Absolutely, yeah. That's not easy for sure. Did you have a best one then, or did you?
Best date? Nah, we're still.
Still working on that one.
They've been okay.
Okay, all right. I mean, listen.
I didn't want to do. It was a birthday date, but it was great for certain reasons.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Hey, that's for the Aftershock podcast.
Yeah.
to be determined on that when we come out with that. That's where we get more explicit on the show.
Yeah, and Patreon. You know.
Yeah, and the Patreon. Some of y'all are just nasty.
Don't get the OnlyFans.
Some of you are just, my goodness.
OnlyFans coming soon.
Like, Drew's not even here. I'm still getting emails about my past co-host because of his rippling muscles and everything. Like, y'all, he's got a kid. He's with his girl. Like, chill. Guys and girls, y'all gotta chill. Bijan, you anything at all? Best and worst, anything like that?
I really can't say. I've been in a committed relationship for the last 7 years, so I've been kind of off the market. She's helped me forget about everything from the past, but I'm sure there were some horrible situations in there.
Okay. Oh, hey, congratulations on that, man. That's awesome.
Thank you.
That's awesome. Yes, absolutely, man.
I think the best first date would be actually with the same person I'm referring to, and we went downtown, and it was just a vibe. You know, it's like you meet somebody and you can feel it instantly, the chemistry. Then you step outside and go and just be amongst society and take good environment.
Yeah.
And you could tell the frequency was there. We were vibing the whole time, and that's why we're still together now.
Absolutely. Hey, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. That's what we're all looking for, right? We're looking for that kind of that moment.
For sure.
Antonia, you? No?
My worst, best or worst?
Both. It's technically both. If you don't want to do one and you want to do the other, it's fine.
My worst date, he told me to like go to the car like after the date because I thought he paid. He's like, go to the car. I was like, okay, because it was like raining. I thought he just wanted me to start the car. So like, we dined and dashed. I didn't know, like I thought he
What?
paid. Yeah.
ask when this was? Was this when you were like, were you?
When I was 18.
Okay.
He was like 2 years younger.
Oh.
So I was a junior
Oh,
in high school,
okay.
he was a freshman.
Okay,
But
so
yeah,
he was.
I like him younger. I'm just kidding. Just kidding.
Do not take that out of
Yeah.
context. Do
Yeah.
not take that out of context. Nobody
She's for real.
take that out of context.
She's playing.
I mean,
unless you're gonna do
see,
it.
that's the thing. Like, that.
My goodness.
Sorry. I only asked because I was, now that you said that he was younger, like, it doesn't make it okay, but like I understand
That
because
sounds
when you're
really bad. No.
right, yeah, I know, but
when
like
we're in high school.
right, when that's the thing is like when you're in high school, you don't have a lot of
we're
money.
18.
Like I mean, I've never dined and dashed, but like I've been at that point where it's like, okay, look, I really need you to kind of like order off like the kids menu if you can, because like I only have like $10. Like I'm ashamed to say that I've actually done that, but that was when I was in high school. Like I don't have any money.
But if you like can't pay, just like tell me, and I would have like.
Yeah, like
Helped
just
out.
like it's okay, guy. For every guy out there, it's okay. Like if you have money issues, like you can split the bill. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with splitting
Or
the
you
bill.
can stay home.
Or you can stay home.
Facts.
For
You
instance,
cook some.
for,
But don't never limit the woman on the menu. It's not gonna end well.
This marriage.
Am I lying?
I mean, it's up for debate.
It's up for debate.
Well, okay, well, speaking of which, I mean, staying at home. So my best date was with my last serious ex.
Okay.
We were friends for a long time, and then we decided we were gonna date, and because we always, I think, just had it there, but it just never worked out. So then we're like, okay, let's do this. So I had it all set up. We're gonna go to dinner. We're gonna take in like a show in the park, and then we're gonna we're gonna go walk together, and we're gonna dance, and like I had this whole romantic thing planned out, and I'm all dressed up, and I'm looking good. I'm like, yeah, and she's got this beautiful dress on, and then all of a sudden we get to the restaurant, they took our reservation,
Oh.
they gave it to somebody else.
That's tragic.
That's
Yeah.
horrible.
We showed up 30 minutes beforehand, and they took away our reservation and gave it to somebody else.
That's
It's
Yeah.
unbelievable.
out them right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what restaurant? We own their heads.
I don't really think I should because maybe we will get a sponsor from them at some point, but it's on.
All right, never mind.
It's on the. It's
Y'all
on
on
the
the clock.
river. Let's just
Y'all
say.
good with us, you know?
It's on the river. Let's just say. It's a very expensive restaurant on the river. Just saying.
Need an extreme close up of this one.
You gotta see the rage.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed. That's all.
Just a little perturbed.
Yeah, so, but we're sitting there in nice clothes, and we're like, all right, well, then I guess we should just go to the park and do a chill in the show. Show gets canceled. Somebody was out there and apparently was flashing a weapon, so the show got canceled. Yeah, we hear about that as we're walking up to the park. They're like, yeah, the show's not happening. Some guy was waving around a gun. I was like, come on. So we're like, what do we do? And she just comes up with the suggestion. She's like, you want to just go back to my place, order pizza, and just watch bad movies?
Ding, 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 ding.
Yes, let's do that. We went to her place. We hung out, ate food in these nice clothes, watching bad movies, and it was a terrific time. My worst date, I pick one. I mean, I've had the Satanist, I've had the baptism, I got arrested on one, I got a psychic vampire that sucked my blood once.
What?
Yeah.
Poor Andrew's been through the ringer.
I've been
That's how
oh,
we met.
man,
I was eavesdropping
So,
on the
so
story.
story on that one was this was a blind date.
Uh-huh.
Met the woman. She was wonderful. She was very nice. We went back to her place. She was kind of showing me like how to do like the palm reading stuff. So then she was like, "Well, maybe I could tell your future." And I was like, "All right, cool." So she's like, "What question would you want me to answer?" I'm like, "Easy setup. All right, tell me where am I gonna find the love of my life? Like, think it's an easy gate into to something romantic, right?" So close my eyes. She starts doing it and everything, and the next thing I know, like a minute later, I feel a boom prick on my finger, and I go, "Ow, what the?" And then she just latches onto my finger, and then comes up, and it's just like, "Yes, I taste your future." And I was like,
Wow.
What?
"What is happening?" And she's like, "I think your love of the life is around the corner." I'm like, "I think I need to leave."
Like, I gotta go.
Now, reference, I didn't know this person. It was a blind date. And this was after a few dates in between this and the baptism girl. So
Oh.
Yeah, I've had a
That's a
number of
swing
these.
right there.
I've had a number of these that have just gone sideways. My last bad date was she was just a normal, like any normal woman. We went out, but I exited towards the bathroom, which was near the kitchen, and I went at the same time as a hostess. And then when I came out of the bathroom, she was like all upset, looked all mad, and I'm like, "Is everything okay?" And then I got a drink thrown in my face because she thought I was cheating on her with the hostess.
Oh,
Because
my
I walked
God.
in at the same time. I don't know what her deal was.
On the first date?
This was the first date.
So she thought she was
Like
getting
we were
cheated
talking
on
for like
the
a
first
week,
date.
and then we went on our first date, and then this happened.
Does that count as cheating?
Right, that's what I'm saying.
No, it
This is our
doesn't
first
count as
date.
cheating because we had just gone out. This was our first time ever going out. We were only talking for a week. There was
And he
never an
didn't even do
established.
nothing. They just happened to be going the same direction. At the same
The
time.
insecurity must have been through the roof with her. I don't know. I'm not
You
one to
dodged the bullet,
judge.
bro.
I
You dodged
think
the
so.
bullet.
I think so. I
That,
mean,
week, that PP saved your life, probably. Because that sounds real toxic.
I did. I mean, after that, I left. Like, I got a drink thrown in my face. I'm out. I'm leaving after that. No way I'm sticking around. That was ridiculous.
That's the clue.
Unbelievable. Yeah, I mean, I've had a ton of them. I can get into more detail on other ones again at a different time. So, but yeah, again, happy anniversary to you and your husband. Really appreciate that. Hopefully you guys, you guys seem like a strong couple. I know you've emailed us before, so appreciate it. But yeah, don't date weirdos, I guess, is kind of the thing. Make sure you can pay. Be a good person. I don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. All right, well, we'll answer one more question, and then we'll get out of here for everyone's sake. So this question is coming from Rodney. Rodney asked us a question. He said he's been watching our show for a long time, and he was wondering, is there ever been an odd job that we have done for the sake of just being able to pay money? Nothing that has to be huge kind of discretion, but like, is there ever been a job that you've taken just because you needed to pay the bills? Like, for him, he said he had to once work. What does he say? Oh, he had to work as like a golf groomer or something like that. So basically, he went around and cut all the hedges and had to dig out all the holes and replant all the grass and stuff. And he did that for like 3 months. So has there ever been a job that you've had to work just to pay the bills or anything like that? That you've not liked or something?
Yeah, all of them. That's
Yeah,
why I'm
pretty
here
much.
now, going back to school after 25 years.
Yeah,
And I
absolutely.
went to chase money, now chasing my passion. Thank God for this school.
Yeah, for sure. Either one of you guys have anything like that?
I think the worst one for me was I worked for a place called dang, do I even want to say this place's name?
Blah, 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 blah.
Blank Blank. It's called Man, and it wasn't like that. I'm referencing that. Stop it. Can you stop?
How do you
But
think you
no,
got that
it
coat,
was
man?
it was like kind of like landscaping, but not really.
Okay.
But yeah, like it was a horrible job. Like I was up on my feet the entire day. I worked like 10-hour days. Like I had a dog at the time, so
Yeah.
I was going to work, and every time I came home, my dog was pooping everywhere. I was just like, "Bro, this is horrible. I can't do this. I can't do
That's
this."
insane.
It was horrible.
I think the worst one I've ever worked that I just needed to pay the bills for was I did a summer at a ranch that's around here. I won't say what it is, but it's a riding ranch for horses.
Horse poop.
Yeah, that's what I did. I
In the
shoveled
summer?
in the summer. I was
I gotta know, how much was it? How much they were paying?
Could be the minimum wage.
Because hot boo-boo is crazy. You hot. And you smell
I
like hot
was-
boo-boo.
I was 17. I was a junior, and the reason I got the job was because my football coach knew the person in charge of the ranch, and they were only paying me like $8.50 an hour,
Oh my God.
and I was working like 6 hours, just shoveling stalls, and then I had to clean the horses too, which people, if you know the story with me and horses, you know I don't have a good reputation with horses apparently. And one of them, I'll never forget, I was cleaning him and I was putting the water on him and everything, and I started scrubbing him down. and I must have hit a nerve with him or something because all of a sudden his legs kicked up in the back. I flew back and fell off into dirt and mud, and he rode off, and I was like, I gotta quit this job. This is ridiculous. I'm done with this place. I'm so done. And that was my last day after that happened. So about 3 months in, I was like, yeah, I quit. I'm through. This is ridiculous.
How hard was that kick, though? You said you flew back.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't kick me, but his legs kicked out, and I like jumped out of the way, but I forgot I was on like a step ladder.
Oh.
So I went back, and my head hit the ground, and I fell in mud, and I was like all dazed and rolling around in mud and what I assume is probably horse feces. So not my best moment by any means. And then I couldn't shower. They wouldn't even let me shower afterwards.
Oh my God.
I had to get in my car, smelling dirty and looking dirty, and I come home and I'm covered in mud, and my parents are just like, "What?" And I'm like, "I want to talk about it. I just want to shower and I want to go to bed. I'm done with this."
I would have rolled home naked, left the clothes, everything I could. I was up right there with him.
I considered it for a while. Then I'm like, I don't want to dirty up my car, but I was driving a '99 Ford Escort, so I didn't really care at that point. And that was my dad's car too, so he had to deal with that.
I would have been pressed.
Like, you want to hook me up with this jacket?
Right.
I got something for you. What's wrong with my car? Nothing.
Yeah,
Bob.
nothing,
I just
nothing.
went to work that you hooked me up with.
Yeah, thanks, pops. Appreciate it.
Why smell like that?
It's funny enough, when we sold the car to the junker, he was like, "Man, it smells funny in here." Yeah, weird. I know, right?
Yeah, I know.
We tried, man. Febreze did not work. Does not work.
Burn it all.
No, it does not work with horse smell. Yeah, that would be my worst job. And thank you for the question, man. I appreciate it. And I think that's going to do it for us. We've got a ton more questions we can answer, obviously. And I would love to be able to sit here and answer more questions, but I want to be able to get out here and make sure everybody gets some rest, relax. But thank you guys again so much for the questions. We really do appreciate it. And it means a lot to us. And again, if you want to send us any questions, any comments, things like that, it is, again, xbsportsofficial@gmail.com. So thank you again, guys. That's going to do it for our show. We really appreciate you guys being here, being a part of it. It means a lot to us. Thank you to the Boom crew here as well in the back. Thank you so much, Bijuan, Antonia, Julius. Thank you guys so much for all the amazing work that you guys do, helping me get this show back on. It means a lot to me that you guys are able to help me out. And it's awesome to be able to get you guys answer. We'll definitely be doing this again because I love getting the crew kind of in the mode of being a part of this and everything. And like I said, we're hoping to get a podcast started here soon. We can kind of just shoot the stuff, be more open, swear even, so we can be more explicit and get our emotions out. Because, you know, there's some things that I'm just holding back on that I'd really like to say. So, but real quick too, guys, in the back, I don't have them set up, but I will get them done. I have one of them set up, so please make sure, let the people know where they can find you, listen to you, all that good stuff. Whichever one he wants to go first.
You can find Bjorn the Baron at IMS Media School right now currently, and on all social platforms. We have a show, me and Julius, the man of the night here. We have a show called Twin Talk, dedicated to Geminis. We got some other things in the works.
Yep.
And
Go ahead and stay tuned.
I
Well,
watch a lot of Tony Smalls and Big J.
yeah, we'll throw up our.
Getting mad and frustrated at Five Nights at Freddy's.
Man, I'm not gonna lie, we not playing it.
Well,
I
she
think
already
it's
said,
the
she's
same.
like, I'm not playing that game again. Like,
We're not doing it. We're not doing it. But yeah, come follow us on Twitch and YouTube
Yes.
at Tony Smalls X Big J. Tony Smalls, talk to the crowd.
That's Tony Smalls, that's Big J.
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Somebody
Absolutely.
did email us and asked us about your show. They're like, which one's Big J and which one's Tony Smalls? I was like, the one that says she's Tony Smalls is Tony Smalls. The one that says he's Big J is Big J. Don't you get that?
I know.
He's like, I didn't understand that concept. That was
Okay.
can't help some of these people. Yeah, guys, definitely check out the podcast. Check out the stream. We'll be streaming tomorrow. Definitely check out. You guys podcasting this week? Yes or no? Or
No.
No, not
well,
this
I'm
week.
not far.
We're
Not-
doing
not
a show
the-
tomorrow.
we're doing the show tomorrow. Yes, for Tony Smalls and Big
Yes.
J. But you guys are going next week, right, for the
Yes.
podcast?
We're
Okay.
going
Also, switch the camera over to this.
Yeah.
Another shameless plug.
Hmm.
If you like to talk about mental health or just, want to enjoy a good conversation, Follow us on Twitch as well, or Evolution Pop.
Twitch.tv/EvoPop.
Yes. We will be having our other show, I Can Relate,
Mhm.
where me and Antonia, do like a little weekend recap, talk about pop culture, mental health things of that
Anything.
nature. Pretty much anything, in all honesty. So just come check us out.
Absolutely, guys. It's a great podcast. Highly recommend you listen, man. That's twitch.tv/EvoPop. Check it out. It's I Can Relate. It's those two. They do an excellent. I'm telling you, they got the Twitch thing down with the horror games. Getting mad, getting angry, getting scared. Julia screams like crazy. I'm telling you, it's fun times. I'm telling you.
girl. Why out, man?
We have at least like 30, 40 clips of you screaming, man, at this point.
Okay.
I'm just saying,
Don't forget, like a girl.
I mean, I'm not saying like what it's like. I'm just saying it's you screaming very high pitched.
Okay.
That's all.
It's just.
I love you all the same, homie.
I just be afraid,
No, I get it. Listen, if I was there with you two guys up here on the table, I would be freaking out too. Hell, you guys freak me out sometimes when you get freaked out. I see you guys jump and then I jump. So, yeah, so definitely guys go check that out. Real quick too, because I want to make this plug. I don't want to bring the mood down, but I just want to plug this out there. So, this year has been kind of rough for me personally, and I haven't really told exactly why, but some of you guys have kind of seen like I've been a little, and the guys in the back I'm sure have seen I've kind of been moody with stuff here and there. Some things have been going on, and I just kind of decided that this was gonna enough is enough, because this was a weekend that just it took me over the top. Now I want to do something about it. So I am now using this opportunity because unfortunately my mother is now sick. She has been sick for a couple months, and so we have been kind of just like working with that a lot. She's in good spirits. Everything's been going great, but she is now going into the chemo part of what she has to deal with. So with that, I'm now going to use this platform now to work with the American Cancer Society to help bring awareness to cancer, to help it. So I will now ask to any and all, if you can, check the link in the bio for Facebook, check it, and YouTube, it'll be there. It is the Donate for American Cancer Society to help out in any way, shape, or possible. This is not personally for my mother. This is just in general. I want to raise an awareness for it. We've done this before, and I want to use this platform to do something good because it's been a long year for me. I'm not going to lie. This has been hard, but at the same time, enough is enough. I don't want to just sit idly by and just, I've been supportive and I've helped out a lot now, but I want to be able to help out even more, not just to my mother, but to other people as well. So please go to the American Cancer Society. Please donate whatever you can. Bring awareness to it. Share the link as well if you can to other people that might be able to help donate. I want us to be able to get the message out, the word out there as well. So I just say, and I thank everybody. These guys didn't know about it. There's a lot of people that didn't know about it, but I just want to say to that group of people that did know something was going on with me, thank you. And thank you to you guys in the back as well, man. You guys have been amazing support. And I really
we always
appreciate
got
it.
you, bro.
I appreciate it so much. Thank you. And thank you to all of you, the wonderful fans. You guys make this worth it. You guys make this worth every moment. You guys give me purpose, and that's why I do this. And it means a lot to me. And we'll see. Maybe still soon. We'll maybe have some more big news. I tried out for something. We'll see what happens. So we'll see. Maybe something good will come of it. But please, again, American Cancer Society, please donate. Please help share whatever you can. Excuse me, sorry. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for our show. Please leave some likes. Please leave some loves. Again, go check out their podcast and everything, ladies and gentlemen. And that's it for us, ladies and gentlemen. We'll see you all in the next new year. And as always, much love. Peace out, boom.